No, that's not how I'm doing it. Yeah. So welcome to the stream. Not starting on time, starting a bit earlier so I could distribute a link. I've got to figure that out. So yeah, hello everybody. Everybody in. Just let everybody in the Discord know. If you want to go to the Discord, it's The Culture on Discord. And yeah, there's probably a link in the YouTube video. And my avatar is not working as well as it could. Okay. Yeah, so welcome everybody. This is Trash Panda, something to do on Tuesdays, even though it's on Wednesday, because last night I had to go to work. I really didn't feel like it. And I hadn't shot any video, and I still haven't shot any video. But I did some interesting things today and thought about some interesting stuff. So if you want to get into the chat, then that's cool. Yay, Hindsight and India Gale are here. That's my daughter. If nobody had known, I'm going to out her. Yes, she's my fault. And Marshmallow. And now there's the chat delay. So yeah, I have trashed the studio. Now you're waiting for the other PC to boot up. How is everybody? Everybody had a good day? I've had a pretty good day. I didn't do nearly as much as I wanted to, but I did do some of it. So I'm currently redecorating the studio room and possibly doing some serious rewiring. And I have to do at least some of the rewiring before Friday. So yeah, I'm on a bit of a time crunch, so I might be up late tonight after the stream, just finishing stuff off. So yeah, feel free to say stuff in the chat. So one of the things I wanted to do, and I've wanted to do for a while, is build a server stack with a web server and an actual email account thing and all that sort of thing. Maybe a chat room if I can figure out how to do it. Sorry if you got a bonk off the microphone there. So yeah, so we're here, we're doing our thing. I've possibly got to wander off and do a thing in a minute. But yeah, nothing's going to catch fire. My place is still a bit of a tip. I did do the washing up and the laundry today, but not anything like as much or as fun as it could have been. So yes, it's all live, doing our thing. So a little bit of a heads up for me. If everybody or somebody that's watching in the stream, can they see all the video and is it all looking normal-ish? What I'm saying is, can you see and hear me? I think I've got the mic on, got desktop audio on. I've got my little heinous tablet running all the buttons and things, so I don't have to use OBS. Panda seems to be doing it. When I was looking at it briefly, it did look like it was running. I could probably find out. I click on here. Yeah. So I think it's running. I've just got no audio. So somebody's going to need to, yeah, let me know what's going on. But people have wandered off. So I don't know. Who's messaged me? Is that in the culture? Yep, okay, that works. So somebody's in there. So if everybody wants to let me know if they can hear me all right. Let me know. It's looking fine my end. So yeah, I don't know unless you tell me. Okay, so it's up. Bit more feedback from somebody else. Let me know if the audio's working. Can you hear me? It's something to do on Tuesdays, even though it's Wednesday, basically. So when I was on eBay the other day, I noticed that there were a couple of interesting things that were going for no money. Like no money, like compared to what they cost, and literally no money. So today I pulled the trigger on a Cisco router and a switch, the cables to go with it, which was all from one seller. And I also bought, with my projected Patreon money from a week or so from now, a Cobalt rack. Now, I might also buy a server to tinker with, to actually talk to it and all that sort of thing. And I've made an offer on a server cabinet, but that's like kind of like 2 months of Patreon money, which wasn't bad. It's like 60 quid for a server cabinet, of a very smart router, a switch, and a thing to run on it so far. So yeah. So we could have our own server and our own chat room and a dynamic DNS set up if I can figure out how to do it all. So yeah. So that's an interesting thing. The telescope arrived, which is another interesting thing. And as have all the upgrades have finally arrived for the 3D printer, which will be footage down the line. But I just had my 2 days off split up this week. I was doing a favour for my boss. You know, it never hurts if it's not going to do you any serious damage. And then I had a few phone conversations today, so I didn't get much of the housework done or any video shot. But enough of this studio is working to make this happen, so not too bad. So how has everybody else's day been? And what sort of creative projects are you all up to? So it's working as far as I can tell. Everybody can hear me. I can minimize that. And I don't know who's in the chat room. You're going to have to tell me, because it's looking like 0 people out of 200 are in the chat. But that's fine. I'm creating a regular-ish space. Next week it should be back to Tuesdays. And that should be after my fancy schmancy superfast broadband is installed. So yeah, that'll be good. Do tell, hindsight. Tell us in the chat what you've been up to, because I've been sort of busy. There's a big pile of stuff behind me, which is why I haven't gone to normal webcam. As soon as the studio looks groovy, or at least relatively groovy, then it will be a webcam. But at the moment, I'm just cheating with this avatar. All right. So yeah. Given that I got the network connectivity stuff super cheap, like I spent 15 quid, and 10 quid of that was postage. So not bad. And then I might spend another 50 quid, but the 50 quid is just ludicrously cheap for what the thing does. Because networking technology... Oh, I haven't scratched that, have I? Oh, no. I might have scratched one of my monitors. That'd be a bummer. Heinous. Is that because this is broken? No, this isn't broken. This is what happens when you have a studio and you're trying to move stuff around without dismantling the entire thing. So I don't know if anybody's actually watching, and this is the thing. It's just to provide a space where we can all hang out and something to do every week. So yeah, we might do that. I wonder if I could game capture Fallout 4. Can I do it? Can I do it? Okay, let's come out of this. Or tab out of it. Add. Has it got game capture? Game capture. Okay. Let's do this. Go spiff it window. Window. Fallout 4. Okay. Can I get out of it though? Yeah, I can. Alright. Okay, so I put the game capture behind avatar. Move that across. Yeah, look at that. I've got a window. It's running on window. I do it so I can see the chat as well? Yeah. Na 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 na. Yeah. Oh, have I got? I've messed up that slightly. Oh. It should load. Now, if I can. Just get the chat window narrower. I can have both. I can't even remember where I am. I'm with Kate. I think we sort of rescued Kate. Kate's awesome. I think she fancies me. So yeah, that's a bit of Fallout. I can probably where are we? We're in Quincy. I think we should travel back to yeah, so it's still giving me 0 views. Nee, 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 nee. I wonder if I've got like loads of stuff to repair.
I must apologize for the odd noises I'm currently emitting, a consequence of being mechanical in nature.
I suppose that's something worth building, whatever it is.
Huh? Alright. Tea. Looks like we've got plenty of teas. Oh, looks like we got... I don't want... Oh. Go back.
I wonder how long my systems will endure these rugged conditions.
Tab. Enter.
We can keep traveling as much as you want. I don't require sleep or food in order to survive.
Did it not let me repair the legs?
Systems are continuing to function at peak efficiency.
Have I found a bug?
To serve with you, sir.
Yeah, I found a bug. Okay.
Systems are go, sir.
That's a bug. Look, it won't let me repair the legs. You do have to play in the chat. How many cores? I got 50 cores. Yeah, I think we completed a lot of stuff. Put in some defenses and some robots to run things.
Identity confirmed.
I haven't played Fallout 4 for a while. Oh. I did build this massive tall thing. Look how gorgeous it is. And I've got like the targeting upgrade. And a jetpack upgrade. Got all the live stuff. Kate followed me? I don't know. So yeah, nothing's attacked the settlement in a while. Shift. Backspace. Yeah. There's not enough water and there's not enough food. There's 20 people. So yeah, built a big wall around the settlement. Ish. We haven't been attacked. That's the big transmitter rig that will get us into the institute. Yeah. I just thought I'd see if it'd run smoothly. It's looking like it will. But yeah. That's where I left it when I was streaming on Twitch. And there's the Pip-Boy. Well, loads of all the things. So Sanctuary's looking pretty safe. And we're still 10 minutes away from doing the thing. I don't know, I could be playing a more interesting game. Oh, I'm carrying too much. What am I carrying in the inventory? Ah, so I put on the better legs. That's why I couldn't repair them. There's not a glitch. How much RAM have you got on your PC? Because it shouldn't be just YouTube. Shouldn't be causing you all that much hassle.
Now this is what I'm talking about. First back at the gear.
Did I take damage? Did I take damage from blood bugs at level 60? Did I? Yeah. Sprinting! The birds are spies. Birds aren't real. Nor is ancient Rome. Do I ever go down here? Oh, I better move myself. I feel like I would have possibly done something while I was here. I'd have definitely taken those. I might have come down here. I don't know. Municipal plutonium well. I don't know if I'd noticed that. I'm pretty sure I would have gone down here, so this is new territory, this game. Now that sounded like something waking up. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Someone or something.
Yeah, don't make me shoot you, Kate. I don't want to shoot you. You think I'm pretty cool.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, went outside the window.
Oh no, you don't.
Take him.
Come on. You mean that's it?
What's down here? There's a big thing.
Something's ghosting us.
Well, you think that, but everything's got these blue walkways on it, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Trudging through here is much better than walking the streets above us.
No. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kate. It could be more interesting, but, you know. Nothing glowing red on the tactical display.
Quit playing games and come out where I can see you.
What are you shooting? This is where we were. Near the plutonium storage.
Want some help with that?
Can I still do it? Just straight up.
Sweet.
Why bother? That's just garbage. I toss it.
Okay. Well, we've been in here. I went in there. Looks like we're back out in the Commonwealth. Anyway, this is just me tooling around. This is... Oh well.
Gotta be joking.
Hold up. You hear that?
End of the line.
Raiders! They clearly haven't heard what happened at Nuka World. Oh,
Hate being messed with like this.
alright, where did they go?
Okay, who's first?
Do this, metal man.
Yeah, let's do this indeed.
You know how to show a girl a good time. We being followed.
No, we're not being followed, we're being advanced upon.
Love wiping the floor with you.
Raiders. Hee hee. People need to learn some respect for some power armor. Yeah, my YouTube tag is still showing no people watching. I'm cool with it. I just don't, you know, I will stop playing this game if that's what's boring people. I am literally just tooling around for something to do. And as Chipko would be the first to point out, I'm not very good at playing this game. I'm not overly fussed if I get killed. None of you. Not loads of rounds for this. Well, if there was someone down there, maybe we can offer medical attention. And nobody's saying anything, which is cool. I've been streaming for half an hour. Just gonna wander cross country until we find something that needs to die. Oh, they need to die.
Swore I heard something. Nice try.
Oh, we annoyed them. Pretty sure I got some stim packs removed. Ready to go.
I'm gonna rip your limbs off.
Go on, go for it, babe. That wasn't that fun. Kill him dead. Ooh. Yeah. You and your dear little cat humbug. You and your little cat too. Oh.
You wouldn't hit it. Get all you've got.
I have to listen to the dramatic music. Oh. Look, are you asleep? Boo. There's one of them munching on cake. Gone. Nice.
Dying time is here. Whoa.
Oh, not in time. Kate's too busy with that shotgun.
I could wait all day for you to show yourself.
I'm in power armor.
Just getting warmed up.
I'm taking the toy alien. Yeah. Kate's sound as a companion. I haven't managed to kill any companions this run through of Fallout 4. But yeah, so we're past 8 o'clock. This is the time I said I'd be streaming. Welcome to anybody that's joined in. I've got a dead YouTube counter, so unless you sound off or say anything in the chat, I'm not going to know you're there. But it's the ramshackle nature of everything we do. It is ramshackle. It will get better, I assume. So we just carry on our murder rampage through the Commonwealth. Murder rampage! Ah, you've ordered pizza. I don't know what I'm having for dinner yet. Had a very good Indian meal the other day. But outside of that, not a lot. Yeah, it was a chicken tikka korma with rice, naan bread, a dal, some poppadoms, salad and all the accoutrements, and some onion bhajis. It was great. It was a proper cheeky Tuesday. Let's walk along the road and see if we find anything. It was the proper banquet for one, and I was totally stuffed when I finished.
Watch it. We're taking rads.
Alright. Dunkety, dunkety, dunkety. What other guns have I got? Got the laser Gatling rifle. I'm sure some of these have got names. Let's go back to weapons. We've got the Fred Gauss rifle. Iron Angel's Ranger's Caress. On the side, when I was streaming, I gave everybody the chance to name the weapons. Birds aren't real.
I hear something.
Oh, yes!
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Who are you talking to? Is that somewhere we could go in, presumably? Oh, they're moving real fast. Oh, got a shot in there. Stop moving.
Gonna put a bullet through your head, mutant.
That guy's... Wow, look at that guy. Who's he?
You here visiting Covenant, pal? If not, move along. You know, I'm people loitering around. Not good for the nerves.
Alright. Wow, that guy just took out a super mutant with a sword. You know, I don't think we've ever been to Covenant. We might have been to Covenant. Oh, unlock requires key. Well, I don't know that many people want to play Fallout 4. Alright, you're back. Yeah, my counter's still just saying 0 out of 200. Oh, that looks spooky and scary. Covenant is just basically like a whodunit. I've played through there before. It's not that interesting. Come on, show us the spooky and scary stuff. Nothing? Not even a ghoul? Is someone like attacking me? It's hard to tell. That's someone attacking Kate and regretting it. Yeah. Yeah, literally, if somebody wants to have a conversation about something, I'm all ears. But, yeah. Currently, I'm just wandering about. Where's Kate? There she is. Bless her little cotton socks. As I remember, this bridge might be mined. Unless I cleared it in a previous thing. Oh, I might have cleared it. As long as I don't injure Kate. Or I think I blew up a whole bunch of stuff.
What I wouldn't give for a good stiff drink.
Yeah, which chemical incident in Ohio? There's been a few of them. Quite a few train derailments and stuff. The one where they're having to do all sorts of crazy things. There's quite a lot of environmental disasters in America right now, including Salt Lake City, Ohio. They still haven't tidied up New Orleans. Have I been here before? Probably not.
Something's ghosting us. Found ya!
Where? A raider scaver?
Gonna use you to scrape the mud off my boots. How much you got left to do? We've gotta do this more often.
Speaking my language, Kate.
Ammo, caps, whatever you find, don't forget to share.
wonder if there was a whole bunch of bad guys in there. What have I got? Yes! Just in case. Yep. No. No monsters. How do I turn the light on?
Damn it. Load of me boots. Hey, who's there? Who's out there? Okay, cut the shit.
Someone made a mess of this place, eh?
Just noise. Just noise.
This looks like a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'd have probably taken all this.
Everything's starting to sound like footsteps these days. Gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
Looks like the holidays have arrived early this year.
Yeah. Knock yourself out, Kate. Oh, look. Big guns and power armor. Don't even know why we're here.
Swore I heard something. Oh, that must have hurt.
Yeah, stand in the doorway. Power armor.
Is this too easy?
It is too easy. Hey! I'm playing your least favourite game, Chipko. But I can stop shortly if...
Whoa, whoa. You hear that?
Just have to play hero, huh?
Over there! Get him!
There's someone there?
I was just getting warmed up.
I know. Can I make my titles any bigger? No. That's as big as I want. I just thought I'd put it there. I'm literally only scrambling around in Fallout 4 for something to do. Visual. It's a great game. But the streaming, it's really hurting it. I'm losing 1 in 4 frames at the moment. I think I need a more powerful PC at some point. So yeah. What are they doing here? Oh no.
Got it. Yes.
Nah. Nothing in there too exciting. I can't remember how you turn the light on. How you turn your head torch on. Was it F? No. No. It's none of those. Oh. Already been down here as well. Yep. Follow the dead bodies. They didn't have anything truly exciting. Oh, F4. Yeah. But yeah, it was getting a bit slow. And I need to kill it purely because there's Fallout 4, that's off, that's off. It should start recovering now. The stream should be okay. CPU's good. Just dropped frames. FPS 60. I've probably got too much. Anyway. So that's that. If I close... it's got too much going on this PC, I think. And kill that as well. Everything should sort of... Yeah. 25.7. Just looking at the stats. I should start going down now. Yeah. It's dropping now. The frame rate's good. Average frame rate. Live stream quality's okay. Yeah. I don't know then. Because the tab button is what I've got set to bring up the menu. I may have changed the settings. It has been, I don't know, a year? A year since I was streaming Fallout 4? Yeah. Yeah. The drop frames is dropping. I'm at 60 frames a second on the stream. So what has everybody been doing now that we're in proper stream time? Yeah, it's not fast-paced action. Has anybody got anything they want to talk about or anything like that? Coming up to the end of our first hour. Learning, yeah. Always good. I've been doing a bit of decorating. I'm redecorating the studio so that when I do streams or when I do Sonic Sunday, we've got actually something cool to do a shot of. That's always good. Oh. So yeah. I do not know. What would everybody like to talk about? And I don't know what GFA stands for. Yeah, it's just me talking, you know. What did you want? It's a hangout. So what do you want to do? You know, I just said I would be here. Current politics. Oh, right, okay. I think. Oh, there was some stuff. Open your window. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on in world. According to Groiny ad. What? Home Office to tell refugees to complete questionnaire in English or risk refusal. Fucking hell. Ministers to offer one-off payments to end public strikes, which is basically warfare against poor people. We got health and higher education. So university staff are on strike a lot. We've got rail strikes, I think. The 18th. Network Rail, 1 strike. And Thursday, the 16th of March. Wow. Salad ingredients are on ration. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the new low. As in, this is the new low for entertainment. Yeah, if I'm reading the news, then it is. So, yeah, so Rishi Sunak's trying to force through the Northern Ireland Protocol. So, if you know anything about that, that's basically the thing that where we ensure that ERA and Northern Ireland aren't treated any differently, which will be necessary as a result of Brexit. Royal Mail have put tracking devices on their staff. The chief executive of Royal Mail has admitted digital tracking devices carried by postal workers were used to pressure them to work faster, blaming rogue managers for using the information in breach of delivery company's policy. Simon Thompson, who was hauled back in front of the T-Business Select Committee after MPs felt he did not give wholly correct answers during his first appearance last month. And it's being used to discipline and performance manage staff. Because they might not be walking quick enough. Motherfuckers. Yeah. Farm workers on seasonal visas to be guaranteed 32 hours a week. Yeah, it's all going to go very fascist unless we get a general election very soon in this country. Well, most major supermarkets are rationing salad vegetables, so, you know, because we can't get anybody to pick them. But that's because we can't pay people a fair wage and a fair sort of settlement for the time when they're not working to get anybody even remotely interested. Yeah. A woman who decorated her house with pictures of serial killers stabbed her boyfriend to death and has been jailed for 23 years. Yeah. Watched a lot of true crime documentaries. Wow. But there again, the person she murdered was sending messages via Facebook to a girl who's basically a 13-year-old. But then he blocked her, and she was in fact 17. So yeah, it's like blah 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 blah. You know, all sorts of weird things. That's bloody weird, but weird shit happens all the time, regardless. But yeah. Oh, London Underground going on strike. Wow. Lovely. People are becoming all kinds of... Well, I don't think people are becoming murderers. I think the newspapers are looking for murders, including that one where they oversaturated the media with their theories on one particular death. Well, that's if you can get a carrot. So, yeah. Just, I mean, Kit, things to do other interesting stuff with. I couldn't resist the £1 router and the £1 network switch. And the telescopes arrived, but there's no clear days or anything like that for at least a week. Starbucks have blended coffee with olive oil. That's the biggest crime I can see in the papers today. Yeah, I don't know. Ukraine war blunders on. Well, you live in Minnesota, and it's freezing there. It's always been freezing there. That's why you got loads of Scandinavian descent people there. They turned up in the land of opportunity with many different biomes, found somewhere where it was amazingly frigging cold all the time and it snowed a lot, and they were like, "We're home, eh?" To be fair, Minnesota was probably as far into America as you could get before the big westward shift. Bet they're pissed off they settled down when they could have gone to California. Yeah. Tesco, Aldi, Asda and Morrison's. Basically the biggest supermarkets in the UK are rationing stuff. But you could read... I'm literally reading off the... Taxpayers to foot another 5-figure bill as government prepares to extend support for former Prime Minister for a second time based on the Partygate stuff. An extension to the contract was ordered in December at an extra cost of £90,000 of taxpayers' money. So we're paying for his legal defence after he broke the law. Like we know he broke the law. He has declared extra earnings of £4,785,292 in the months after he stepped down from being Prime Minister. Wow. He received one fine for a birthday gathering held for him in the cabinet room. Wow. I'm sure it's like a legal thing, but, you know, that's Tories all over. Yeah. Hello. We've got 4 people in, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4 people kind of in. 5 people, maybe. I don't know. And my counter's still on 0. So, yeah. And we're all hanging out. And the stream's good. And I'm still using the avatar because the studio is mad. It's just a pile of boxes at the moment. Yeah. But I can't find any other mad news unless anybody's got any other mad news. I mean, Facebook and WhatsApp are planning to charge now. So free social media could be going the way of the dodo. So I'm surprised they don't charge me for uploaded stuff to YouTube now. That could become a thing. In which case, isn't it lucky that I'm in the next few months I might actually have a server. Facebook and Instagram, yeah. Imagine getting charged. I mean, I think they'll get away with it charging for Facebook because so many people use it. If it's only a couple of quid a month, they'll rake in billions. So yeah, that's funny. What does that button do? Doesn't do anything. Oh, look. People, nature. It's... Yeah, Facebook and Instagram are failing platforms. Meta looks like a slightly tidied up version of what was it called? Second Life. And nobody's bothering with that anymore. So yeah. But I haven't had time to play any games, although I did go for a shopping run and I picked up some spray paint for the studio. And yeah. That's all I did on Monday. So yes. I had a bit of a run around on Monday, but that's about it. But yeah, nobody's using Second Life anymore, and that's what Meta looks exactly like. Yeah, for the time, you needed broadband internet. I had a wander around, but it was in the era where, you know, you'd say hello to people and they'd say hello back, and that would be the end of your conversation. So, years. I remember the rant team went over to Second Life and took over an island and did all sorts of sort of like in-game violent stuff, which was pretty funny. Yeah. Oh, there are loads of emojis. How do I switch off the emojis? There we go. Close that. And we're back to normal. Yeah, I was just tinkering with the chat. Yeah. Well, you know, if anybody wants to do a news show on like an audio show, we can possibly sort something out and maybe even put it as a video. If you want to play music, though, we'd have to shift it to, whatchamacallit, Mixcloud. But those were fun. I'd quite like to do another newsreel. I don't know whether Misanthropic Gods is still putting out newsreels. He hasn't let me know that he has. So this is me keeping my hand in. Got to keep my hand in. Are they going to... No. And keep creating media, because I am rebuilding the studio at the moment. And once that's up and running, there'll be some sort of video type thing. Yeah. I don't believe so. I think they got a life. Yeah. So yes. But yeah, I'm just literally surrounded by piles of junk that I've got to tidy away for the studio to make it look cooler. Because we're planning on putting it all on Sonic Sunday. So yeah. I don't know. Perhaps we need to talk to Misanthropic Gods who got permission from Sumerian to call it Newsreel. I don't know. That was a good name for a thing. I don't know. Has anybody got a good name for a news show where we bring in things and accept input like the culture news? I don't know. Do you guys want it? I mean, is it just two people in all the universe that want a regular news show to listen to or watch? I don't even know how we do that. Because it'd have to be without music. Yeah. So yeah, I mean the culture's like, it's the culture, it's us. What do you want to see? What do you want to do? As a title or a thing? Alt media now. There is a delay in the streaming. We're still at 60 frames a second. That's all working quite well. So yeah. Oh. Can we come up with something snappy that's kind of culture related? We tie it all in. Oh, as a title. Yeah, I don't know. Culture-alt media. Are we going to have enough to say? Yeah, I don't want to do it and then get a load of like random ramblings from Rant. Unless we co-host it with another American. Oh, culture war. It would certainly go with my redecorating plans for the studio, or at least the bit you're going to see. So we could probably tie that in with a Discord voice chat if somebody wants to come and present. But it would have to be on a Monday or a Tuesday. Yeah, see, there we're going. And kind of, you know, I know we always went for things that probably had a... Yeah. I guess. I mean, I know it's got sort of... I am feeling very militant towards the whole thing that's going on down there, especially the environmental damage that's happening. And, you know, the catastrophes are only going to keep mounting up. And there doesn't seem to be any coherent pushback against it. And I don't think a news show would actually do it. You know, we're being dumbed down even more than we were when we first started doing the rant thing. So nothing has changed. Although people have got access to a lot more information. When I was first listening to rant radio, well, I've got some camo netting and some DPM bashers that aren't doing anything, and the pirate flag, and the shelving's all being camo spray painted and stuff. So, yeah, it's getting there. It's coming along, and they're, you know... Yeah, are people more aware of it? Would people want that as a service for the effort we're going to put in, or should we just amuse ourselves with a radio show that 5 people listen to? And, you know, we get a better look. Obviously, we need a better look than the whole Something to Do on Tuesdays look. But this was just getting something up and running. and it kind of demonstrates what we can do. So yeah, it's probably a good idea to engage the chat if you're watching on YouTube in the unlikely event. The people counter doesn't show anything. So yeah, so we've got 5 views. Average view duration, 12:59. I don't know what the chat rate is. Streamer most recently available at the time. Yeah. So yeah. Viewership at all, very fine line. Yeah, I believe most people wouldn't pay attention. Yeah. But the thing is, one of the things I want to do, because I'm getting much faster broadband internet next week, and I've kind of put in an offer on a server cabinet. I don't know whether anything's come up from that. Let's have a look. Have I got any messages? I don't know. Offer declined. Okay. I was hoping for a server cabinet, a second-hand one. But, yeah. I'll put a watch on it and then I'll bid on it. I'll put in an offer. They're sending me stuff anyway. But let's have a look. Can I buy a cheap server cabinet? Do I even need a cheap server cabinet? Probably not. I don't need it. That's collection in person. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at server cabinets. I think they're all going to be free collection in person. Free collection in person. Let's do a search. Because I wanted a camo spray painted server cabinet. Where's the nearest one? I might be able to get they're all free collection in person with courier things. Nobody wants to ship a server cabinet, but you know. So I guess I'll try and win that auction on Friday at 2 o'clock when I'll be at work. Let's yeah. Oh well, I might get to buy it. Who knows? But they're very much a thing. I could probably build one. So yeah. Look in the skip first. I'm not near any skips. And I know people would do that. But yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to have a whole bunch of server gear and run our own server, just like store all the stuff on the server. You might not get brilliant download speeds. The one that I put in an offer on and said, look, yeah, exactly. And, you know, kind of have it in the studio or in the eye line of the studio. It's only a little, like, 8U one. Just because I bought a router, a switch, and a Cobalt rack. So I can probably figure out a way of putting this stuff online with a dynamic DNS so you could download stuff that we've tagged off YouTube or whatever and put a library together so people can grab it. That'd be fun. Don't you think? So yeah. I don't know. So far I've spent about 50 quid. About 50 quid. Yeah, we used to have one. When Rangers Radio first started, we had a Cobalt rack that had been donated, and I gave it to Graffen, and then it sort of got broke or died. So I just thought, yeah. I mean, it was 37 quid including postage. And yeah, I like them as a piece of kit. It would actually give us email addresses and stuff like that using a dynamic DNS. So it might be worth buying a domain name for the culture. You know, it'd just be funny to have a piece of the internet just sat there humming and doing its thing. So the Cobalt rack cost next month's Patreon money. So yeah. So I spent next month's Patreon money, and I spent my birthday money on all the other bits. About $60 at the moment. I'll find out for you. What is it today? Amount from US British pounds to US dollars. Am I using that? Oh, I did it totally wrong. Yeah, $60. I was dead on. And Harlequin was there faster than me. I just think it'd be funny to have like a smart router like a proper switch, a Cobalt rack, and then maybe if I can find a little short format server, an actual server, and then wire it all into the internet and just go, right, it's the chunk of the internet. I think that would be fun. I don't know about you guys. It would be fun for me to set it up. It would be fun to let you guys play with it as well. So, you know, maybe some kind of like chat thing. Maybe like some AI software running that you can interact with. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of very cheap Blade servers for the same reason there's a lot of very cheap Cisco routers knocking about. Because once they're used, because they're not really secure anymore. Yeah. Once they're used, they're not secure anymore and they're worthless. So it's like today I got a router. You might be buffering a bit. It should be dropping. Yeah, but, you know, maybe we can come up with something. I think if people are still, if it's up and running and people can get into it, then I'll just stop buying stuff for Patreon money and I'll just put 30 quid of electricity in it a month. That should run it. It's not going to be a giant server. It might just be a laptop. I've got plenty of laptops. Yeah. So the Cobalt rack will run off domestic electricity. It doesn't use a lot because it's not very big. Yeah, or a Raspberry Pi connected to a fat fucking hard drive that's got independent power. Not impossible. We'll just build a value server where we didn't spend a lot of money on it. I've currently spent 50 quid. That does give a server. I need to find out if I can download a copy. Oh. This is how you know someone's a boomer. They're not always aware. Is there any Cobalt Rack 3? Sun Cobalt is included for $4.95. You want a rack port, ship the copy of $4.95 shipping. Let's go back a bit. Download. Five open source projects. I don't know. It looks like there'll be Cobalt Rack open source front panel support. I don't know. Oh, tell me. Oh, there's a download on the Internet Archive for... Yeah. It's out there on the Internet Archive. So we can rebuild it. I wonder if we could get Linux to run on it. I don't know. I just don't know. We'll play with it when we get it. Yeah. I've got a bunch of Raspberry Pis knocking around that really aren't doing anything, so we can build some machines into it, and it's going to be nothing to power them. That's a fucking great call, Chipco. And they're not doing anything, and we could build it into a really fun project. What did I just buy? I bought a Cobalt Rack. It's a web server. Just like a hardware thing to serve websites. It hasn't got much storage on it. It's like 10 gig. I don't know. I don't know what we can put on it. I mean, but it will be an interesting conversation if I can hand out some server admin rights and let you all go hog wild. Don't kill it. You know. Oh, it's old. They're like 20 years old. So yeah. I mean, you know, who knows what it'll actually do. It might only do like old school HTML. But they're sitting in warehouses worth nothing. I mean, it was literally £27 plus £10 shipping. It's like a third of the cost of it was shipping. It's like, you know, I bought the Cisco router and the switch for £1 a pop. And the same person that turned me down might end up, because it's on auction, unless they remove it from the auction, might sell me the server thing for 22 quid. They've stupidly put down the post as a penny. Yeah, the old site, rangers.com, that's still live. Some of the bits of it aren't. But yeah, you can still go on there and watch stuff. So I don't know. It was an opportunity to learn some things, how to hook all that equipment together. It was, a silly impulse buy. They also had like about 15 patch cables and shit for like £3. So it was just like, yeah, we could have some fun with that. Put that up on, see if we can blow it up or whatever. It's going to have some flashy lights. Who knows? But we've had 7 views. Isn't that lovely? 2 concurrent viewers. It's not doing bad. So yeah, I thought just, let's have our own server. I want to build a TV station. It could do it. I've got the broadband. I've probably got the power to do it. If it becomes too expensive to run, I'll try and track it. And we'll do it that way. It's hard for me to track electricity usage, but yeah, if it becomes too expensive to run all the time, we'll run it over the weekend for 48 hours. Yeah, Trash Panda buying. I just thought it would be fun. And it would be a thing that we could all do together that really plugs into our nerdery. And we could probably even run some kind of low-scale Minecraft, like Raspberry Pi Minecraft. Where you can build infinite stuff if we've got enough space. But it shouldn't cost an awful lot to get a couple of power supplies for some defunct drives and shit. Just a little box that ran power to some hard drives that were then USB connected to the Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi 3, it's not going to be brilliant, but yeah, there could be stuff on there. Is this in your DMZ? Do you mean demilitarized zone? It'd just be funny playing with the old technology that used to cost millions of dollars to build. And now we can do it in a nowhere setting. Just like there's a box. I've got enough hardboard to build a box. I can probably figure it out. But yeah. Let us have some fun with it. Why not? And Chipco knows all about that sort of tech anyway. And I'm sure we can look it up on the internet. I mean, it took me... I've got a restore CD for a Cobalt rack. I've no idea how you get it onto... And basically, I think you'll have to... Cobalt rack. What is this? Does it give you any more information? Cobalt OS. Isolated auto-sensing Ethernet or crossover cable between host PC and Cobalt server. I think I've already done that. It might have the operating system already on it, but we might be able to just keep it running. So yeah, I don't quite know what Chipco means by DMZ. Is this in your dizzy mental zone, or I don't know? I don't know. So yeah, be nice to have had a Cobalt cube. I wonder how much they are. They've even got them for sale. I don't think there are any for sale. The cubes were very popular. No. No. Nope. They were very popular for small to medium enterprises, but they probably all got skipped. Yeah. Yeah. And I know the manual for the Cobalt rack is available. No, I'll be opening up for people that are members of the culture to go and have a look. And the web server will communicate with the world. I've just got to work out all the Dyn DNS stuff again. Because the actual web server for the first Rangers thing was literally on a Cobalt rack in a server rack. Yeah, probably. Yeah. So yeah, we could attach all sorts of crazy things. I've got a 24 port hub and a I think it's an 8 port smart router. So, you know, yeah. So yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. We could probably even see if we could put an ESP32 into the network. That would be hilarious. That'd be so funny. It's a Cobalt Rack 3, so it's not very powerful. But they're fun things. An Intel Pentium 3 running at 733 megahertz. Rack 3. Wow, it's an AMD K62. 300 megahertz. But it was made by Sun Microsystems. So yeah, it probably is. I'll best download the user manual. They're funny things. There's like... Oh, there's a massive user manual. There's not much available on that site. Runs at about 50 watts. Trying to find the actual specs. I don't think it's got a lot of RAM. They're weird little things. Oh shit! I can't really find all this stuff. Guess we'll have to ask it when it arrives. It wasn't a lot. Doesn't use a lot of power. Apparently you'll be exploited within a week, according to one review. "256 megabytes of RAM and a 20 gig hard drive." But that's just to allow the computer to like show a website and stuff. It's just dicking around. Yeah. What did you post in the Discord? I closed down Discord because it was using up things. System 76, Linux. System 76. Now I wonder. Oh, they're all really expensive. If you can find one. But you know, there's a lot of hardware at my house, and you know, just the bits aren't that hard to get hold of or do or sort out. So you know, let's have a play. Let's build, you know, a piece of the internet just for our own amusement, and it'll be fine. What could go wrong? I mean, if it chews up a lot of power, it might not be on a lot, but I don't think any of them do. The switch is about 50 watts. The Cisco router is really weird, but there's bound to be lots of documentation online to get it up and running. You know, it'll be running an Ethernet connect. I've got Ethernet connections up in the studio. I've got a spare one, so we can hook one into the server array and hook all the rest of the shit up with switches and find out how to talk to it. Maybe store some video and shit like that on it just to see if it works. Have it as a backup for interesting bits of culture stuff. But you can definitely get cheap rack mounted servers that, you know, that maybe we can swap out quieter fans for. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, a Cobalt rack is a cheap piece of kit and basically cost me about as much as a low power Raspberry Pi. Now, to be fair, the Raspberry Pi is much more capable. But we could have like this weird little functioning museum. I don't know. It just seemed like a fun idea and it wasn't going to cost me very much money. It cost me a lot in postage. And if I can get a little server cabinet going, well, that's what I was going to do. I was going to have a look on Gumtree. Uh, Does it know where I am? Islington, Newham. There's one in Perth. Yeah, they're all a bit more expensive. I could buy a new one for less, or I could just appropriate a, could probably build one. I mean, fuck it, I've got some modular shelving that I could just cut down to make it a server rack. It'd be a bit more. So, if I can get that one for 20 quid and they send it to me without yanking the post up, then fine. But I'll have to wait till Friday. Like a day and a half. So, yeah. But I get it. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know what you guys are thinking of, or, anybody got any opinions about that? It just would be fun. It's tech that you normally had to have lots of qualifications. Like, the only person I know with any tech, as in networking qualifications, is probably Chipco, which means that as soon as I give him an admin rights, he's just going to go in and change everything all over. But, so what? Put in a Raspberry Pi, put in an ESP32, which I think I've got one of those kicking around. So if we can tell it to identify itself and put in just an old laptop acting as the server. Yeah. I mean, can you host your own AI software? So yeah, you can. You can build your own AI. Do you want to build an AI? We can put it on a machine here. How smart it will be, I don't know. Any AI in the world is created by someone. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So how smart are we? I don't know. I don't want a 40U, 42U server. I just need to build a box. And I've got the tools to cut down some steel to make the box, I think. I can make something narrow enough and deep enough, but yeah. I don't know. If I get that server cabinet for 20 quid delivered, I'll have that because it's just easier and I can spray paint it and cover it with culture stickers and we can have a server cam. I've got I've got a spare webcam. So when I go from this avatar to me in the newly rebuilt funk bunker, we'll do it. That's why the fuck not? Yeah. How small is a piece of relatively interested AI software that we can converse with? So I don't know. I'm not buying anything super expensive for it, But yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy a server because it will use up too much power. But I definitely will put some server accessible machines on there for people to play with. How's that? And then we'll see how big an instance of Mycroft, and I'm leaving it as being called Mycroft, definitely. You know, that's the whole Moon is a Harsh Mistress thing. I don't know, maybe a whatchamacallit, a little wiki, what's that? You know, like a blog, and just some bits, maybe a storage for all the videos and stuff like that. Well, let me where's Thingiverse? Can I post a link in the... It probably won't let me post a link in the chat. Can I? Or is it just going to reject it? Oh, nice. I am in command here. Yeah, I reckon we could build that. And probably run, if it's running from a Raspberry Pi, I'd probably build that, put that in, build a plate around it, so that any unused space in the server rack has basically got that in it. I can 3D print that. That's like 3 or 4 thing files. 14 thing files? No. As yeah. It might even be one. A single part one. One thing file. Drill out a hole, put an LED in it. Change the 404 error stuff. Hang on a minute. Amazon Echo, HAL 9000 voice. Free to enable. Yeah, we can put an Alexa and plug that into the internet in the server cabinet. Yeah. With its own webcam. And I reckon I've got just the thing to make it do a fluttery red light when it's talking. I think it just had a light. It didn't have any animation to the light. Yeah. So yeah, we could have HAL. I can definitely put its own microphone into the feed. That's a snap. That's easy. So are you saying we should go fully eccentric with this whole server idea? And are people willing to put in some skills to it? And then we've got our own tiny server type thing, like in a proper server rack, and it's doing all the internet stuff. Who knows? How do I... That's participants. Community moderation. Paste the channel URL of a user. Hold on a sec. Oh, add approved users. No, cancelled that. Permissions. No, I don't quite know how to do that. There you go. You're both managing moderators now. So see if you can post a whatchamacallit. Post a link. So you could. I think you can ban people now. So you can put people in timeouts and all that sort of shit. Now don't be silly with it. I know that's a stupid thing to ask you guys, but yeah. Yeah, that worked. So there you go. What's odyssey.com? Nice. So when we build the server and the website and all that, we've all got to ban each other. So I learned a thing. That's just fucking silly. I mean, who's up for a bit of a chat? Because I mean, I'm quite happy to close the stream at like 2 hours or now, because we're just chewing through bandwidth really, and not really achieving anything. But we could have a lot more fun in a chat. Is anybody up for a chat? Okay, so I'm going to kill it here because I'm not really achieving much with this. And when I've got the, there'll be better video down the line. I've got getting the hang of the whole YouTube thing. So we just had a bit of a play. it was nice to stream. It was nice to chat to people. 7 people, or 7 instances of people came in, but at least 5 people were in, and that's good enough. That's more than a Twitch stream. So yeah, but I didn't have any plans for today. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do some discordant chat. So thanks everybody for hanging out in the stream. We're proving the technology. We've been streaming for, mine's saying 1 hour 59. Let's do it exactly at 2 hours with my little doohickey. And once the studio's rebuilt and rewired and everything's wired in and shit, I'll do a little studio tour of the tech I'm using. So yeah, 56, 57, 58.